Hey everyone, this is Brett and he's the Dog Savant, dogtrainingla.com. So, I'm gonna make a video here. Oh, and I apologize, it's kind of dark still. It's 5:45 in the morning, on my way to my first client's house. But I wanted to make this video regardless. What it stems from is I was at the dog park the other day doing some work, and I was observing everyone coming and going from the parking lot, and literally out of the maybe 25 to 30-ish people that I had seen more coming than going to the dog park, were completely encouraging everything from their dog's leash pulling to their dog's over anticipation, barking, excitement, and even reactions to people and other dogs because of this heightened sensory state that they're in. And then when something crosses their path, I always say the sensory system is like a cup of water, and there's only so many drops it can tolerate, and a lot of times it'll flood and overflow, and that's when you get sensory overload, aka reaction. Whatever the reaction is insignificant for this discussion, but the whole idea is that what we interpret, and this is just what I'm seeing, it's an illusion. It's also proving to me that a lot of people have a difficult time seeing between the lines in terms of what's going on versus what they're feeling, because obviously the reactions are not stemmed from this objective type of thinking that you hear me kind of explaining. It's really more of the way they feel. They're just enthusiastic for their dog, and it's like this, and that's great. It means they love their dog, but they have to see what's going on and take a step back and understand that there's neurochemicals like oxytocin. There's been breeding for thousands of years to make dogs kind of have these characteristics that tap into our human psychology. I always say dogs are the living, breathing example of what our psychology deep down wants from a species other than ourselves, because for a very long time now, many of these dogs have been bred just for companionship. Even if they're working breeds, the majority of people who get working breeds are not working them. That's why I have a job. They need a job. So that's what I find, because it's just this is what my life's work is not encouraging these behaviors, interpreting a calm, relaxed, non-anticipating dog as a happy dog, a content dog, a non-anxious dog, or sensory overloaded dog. And this goes at times a lot less than when they see the dog park up ahead. I always talk about this can be transition based, going from room to room, anticipating things or events, and then they're getting rewarded for it, or at the very least, they're flying under our radar of awareness because we're not paying attention to what they know deep down they're aware of, and another dog would be, as far as keeping things in more order and balance, for lack of a better term. And balance means your dog is not overstimulated at every turn and event, in their lives. So you got to watch that interpretation. And of course, where I'm getting to is a lot of forms of dog training are seeing it that way. And this is where I get all my retrain cases from, these dogs that are on such a heightened sense of alert because their sensory system has been conditioned to be stimulated instead of steady, at times on a constant basis, and then it spikes when something actually happens, and that's where you get your aggression or your reactions. Lack of listening, when the dog gets heavily distracted and everything's so intensified by their drives because they've never learned impulse control. There you go. And again, this is the means to all the issues I've seen. I'm a problem behavior specialist for over 2 decades. I've trained 15,000 dogs professionally, and I've worked at kennels, shelters, had a dog daycare. I've been around dogs, and I think I know the condition as far as what makes them happy and the most at peace, and of course problem behavior free. So watch that, because they're giving treats to over reward. Every training has to be exciting and fun. I do this little dance face because that's the personality of the people who seem to find credence in this kind of approach to dog ownership, training, rearing, whatever it is, and it's not. They're just not happy dogs. They're just anxious, overstimulated. Why don't you do some research on sensory processing, maybe in terms of even the human realm with children, children on the autism spectrum, ADD type of disorders. Unfortunately, a lot of dog trainers do not have a psychology background, so they're speaking from feeling or from opinion or from how other dog trainers who also do not have a psychology background had taught them. And this, I find, is a limiting factor to understanding root causality of behavior problems in dogs. So with all that said, just some words for to think about. Anyway, I got to get to a client. I'm working hard here. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. Love your dog. Bye.